Well, the Women's Reservation Bill is also called the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam, and that is what the objection is coming to from the DMK. In fact, Tiruchi Siva has said that we have objection to the fact that the bill is named in Hindi. Remember, North-South divide over the Hindi language becomes a big political issue. Let's listen into what Tiruchi Siva has to say, and then I'm going to go across to Aman.
Come up with it says Nari Shakti Adhiniyam.
See, they are trying to convert everything into Hindi. We have already expressed our anguish and dissatisfaction against it. Not that the non-Hindi speaking people don't want that. Even the common man cannot pronounce that word. For example, even the IPC, CRPC, they have changed. How long it will take for every common citizen to understand, how the lawyers will get accustomed to it, how the courts will implement it. All these questions are there. Like that, what is the purpose of naming everything in Hindi? We do not understand. Already in the article it has been said that all circulars and all the legal transactions should be in English. Moreover, one side of South India people and even many other people do not know Hindi. So they have to respect the sentiments, and still it continues as an official language, and we will be resisting and opposing such things.
Aman, you know, when the Home Minister at some point of time has spoken about Hindi being the language, there was an objection which came in from South. You think, one, it interferes with the mission South of the BJP, and second, naming of the bill in Hindi. Is that really a political point, or, I mean, one understands if southern parties raise it?
It's not the first time. Earlier, the IPC amendment bill has also been named in Hindi, and this is the I think increasingly the government moving towards the, Hindi is the official language. They are trying to promote it, and Amit Shah's ministry has been at the forefront of promoting it. I think that is the reason that we see bills more in Hindi. And obviously, the DMK is protesting. The earlier also time, DMK has protested over this, but I think the government is very clear on which direction it's going. And there are English and Hindi translations, and the bill name is this, and that is what they're going to stick to, Pallavi. I don't think there's any backtracking by the BJP there, despite the DMK may protest.
So it can be Bharat, it can be India, it can also be the Women's Reservation Bill and the Nari Shakti.
Nari Shakti.
Yeah, but this objection has been raised that naming of the bills, the constitution is very clear that the naming of the bills has to be in English, and therefore when you start naming the bills in Hindi, there's a problem. And that's why when you see the parliamentary list of business, it is a constitutional amendment bill. In the official papers, it doesn't say Nari Shakti. It is the nomenclature is very clear. So while in common parlance we might call it Women's Reservation or Nari Shakti, official version is different. But let's come down to the other issue. The issue of gender versus caste dynamics. To please the gender vote bank, women vote bank, this bill might be very important. But the opposition is attacking on the missing OBC sub-quota. We've seen Vishwakarma Jayanti was the latest example how hard BJP is trying to woo the OBC community as well. How is going to balance and how is going to offset that criticism?
Well, I think the BJP is very clear. Nothing stops the parties from giving tickets to women OBCs also. The reservation is there in the constitution, in the parliament. OBC reservation has never been there. If you include OBC reservation, Arunima, that means the women's reservation could go up to 50%.
Yeah.
50% of seats in the parliament could get reserved for SC, SK and OBCs. It is not there. It has not been there for OBC men, so it is not there for OBC women. The Congress also didn't put the reservation for OBC women in their bill. So I don't know why the Congress is making a big deal of it. Why did it put the OBC reservation 12 years back when it brought the bill? I think that is one issue in which politics, obviously there is politics, but I think that doesn't have much legal legs to stand on. I think the other point, what the opposition is saying, I think that is more valid and more forceful. Why the delay in the bill? So, there is no bar on the government to say it is enforced immediately. Let's do the 2024 Lok Sabha with 33 reservation. After we do the delimitation, let it be whatever the seats increase. The dynamics of this is very clear. Census is delayed, as we all know. 2021, the census didn't happen. Census is going to happen after the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Delimitation is frozen till 2026. Delimitation will happen after that. And the reasoning, I think the government, what sources are telling me, the real reasoning is that government wants to give women a better deal. See, this number of seats in the Lok Sabha is 543. It has been 543 since 1976. So it has been, for 45 years since the population of the country has grown from almost 50 crores in 1976 to 140 crores now. So clearly the current seats and the current number of Lok Sabha seats does not reflect the actual demographic reality of India. if the delimitation, even the last delimitation which happened in 2002, whose report was published way later in 2008 in the UPA time, the number of seats in Lok Sabha were not increased from 543. They remain as it was in 1976. I think the government's idea here is, because that is why the larger, bigger Lok Sabha has been built in the new parliament, that will be a much more number of seats, maybe close to 650, 700 Lok Sabha seats are created instead of 180 seats reserved for women. Women will get far more number of reserved seats in the new parliament when the nation goes to polls in 2029. I think that is the larger point that the BJP could make. Okay. That what is anybody's objection if we are giving women a better deal after 5 years? But of course the opposition also has right in saying why not give it now?
Kal kisne dekha is what opposition is asking. Tomorrow we don't know what will happen, but there are a lot of political reactions coming in. Let's listen.
देखिए, सब लोग ही, हर पार्टी, विपक्षी दल से हों या सत्ता पक्ष के हों, हम सब इस ऐतिहासिक दिन का इंतज़ार कर रहे थे। उम्मीद यही थी कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने जो 2014 में वादा किया था देश की महिलाओं के साथ, बीजेपी के मैनिफेस्टो में था कि जैसे ही सरकार बनाएंगे विमेंस रिजर्वेशन बिल पास करेंगे, 9.5 साल बाद आता है। इमीडिएटली कोई भी बिल जो कानून बनता है, एक्ट बनता है, वो इमीडिएटली इम्प्लीमेंट होता है। दुख इस बात का है जब बिल पेश हुआ उसमें एक टर्म एंड कंडीशन है। वो टर्म ये है कि एक्ट तो हम पास कर देंगे पर ये लागू तब होगा जब डिलिमिटेशन होगा।
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने भारत का माताओं बहनों को ये जो 33% रिजर्वेशन देने का काम किया, इतिहास हमेशा नरेंद्र मोदी जी को स्मरण करेगा और ये ऐतिहासिक और महान कर्मयज्ञ के लिए नरेंद्र मोदी जी को हमेशा भारत का लोग स्मरण करेगा। वो बिल उनका ही था लेकिन वो पास नहीं करवा पाया, और किस लिए नहीं करवा पाया? अपना गठबंधन का लोगों का ही विरोध में। तो क्या ये आपको एक फिक्स क्रिकेट मैच जैसा नहीं लगता है? आप बिल को उठाएगा और आपका ही मंत्रीगण, आपका ही कोalition इसको अपोज करेगा, फिर आप बिल को परसू नहीं करेगा।
இப்போதைக்கு கொண்டு வர மாதிரி தெரியல. அதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சென்சஸ் எடுக்கணும்ன்றாங்க. நம்ம கிட்டத்தட்ட 10 வருஷமா அந்த கோரிக்கை வச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம். தேர்தலுக்கு சொல்லுங்க. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சென்சஸ் எடுக்கணும்ன்றாங்க, அப்புறம் டீலிமிட்டேஷன் இருக்குன்றாங்க. சரியான ஒரு கிளாரிட்டி இல்லையே. எப்போ பண்ண போறாங்க?